Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I garden here in Northeast Ohio, and I haven't been on here in a while. I've been doing a lot of work in my garden, but it never feels complete. So I never felt like it was good enough for me to video. But I figured, you know what? Let me just come on here and show you the current state of what my garden looks like. So one thing we recently did is put a fence up in the back. My husband is working on getting the gate right there together, but I just think since we put the fence up, it looks a little bit more complete, because in the back it was just, a lot of weeds, and the backdrop just didn't make my garden look as complete. So now with the fence, I think it looks so much better. I've been working on adding a lot more evergreen in my garden, as well as trees. So you can see I have a nice little combination of blue, green, even I would consider this like a more yellow evergreen in my garden. So, and I like the look of it. These in the bottom, there's some bobo hydrangeas and some Hamlin fountain grass. And I need to go in and mulch, but I'm trying to get this together first, plant whatever I need to plant, and then I do want to extend it out as well, so I can add some perennials and things like that. So I'm just trying to get the structure together. I recently added this blue evergreen. I just think it's so pretty. I picked it up yesterday actually, and I planted it. It is called Blue Ice Smooth Cypress, and it looks almost like icicles. I do have to come and move some things around, because you can see one of my hibiscus is right up against it. So I may have to move some things around to make this work in this spot. That's an emerald green arborvitae right there. And then the blue right there is a moon glow. And that'll grow up and get pretty tall as well. That's the eastern redbud. I got some trees as well. Okay. So I want to take you guys over here. Probably in July sometime, I added a willow tree. So I'm hoping it doesn't, I don't know, clash with this area, but this area specifically gets a lot of moisture. So I figured the best thing to put there is a willow tree, because it loves, loves water a little bit more. So I need to come in and weed and kind of, get this area together. Another thing I've been working on is also getting irrigation to every plant. So I think I pretty much accomplished that. Now I need to go in, mulch, and kind of hide all the tubings that you see along the way. Some of the sedums here aren't doing the greatest, and I think because it does get a lot of water, or a lot when it rains, it holds a lot of water. So, but either way, I think everything really does look lush and is filling out a little bit. There are a few things that I do need to move, like this, what is it called? Crepe myrtle, I think is growing too far into the hibiscus there. So eventually, maybe in the fall, whatever I need to move, I'll go ahead and do that then. We have some hydrangeas. This is a pinky winky hydrangea. I planted this last fall. And I'm hoping next year it does a little bit better, because the panicles aren't as elongated, and it doesn't have the variegation of white and pink. It's just straight pink. So I'm hoping once it's a little bit more established, it'll give me that typical pinky winky look. And then this is a quick fire hydrangea, which this is typically what it looks like about this time of year. The blooms are all turned this pinky mauve color, and it looks really good. And then that's a little lime hydrangea. There's another view of everything. This is another area I'm trying to rework a little bit just to make everything flow a little bit better. This is a purple fountain grass. Yes, it looks great, but I just think it's too big and clashing with this space. I just pulled another purple fountain grass over on the other end because I just felt like it wasn't really, I don't know, standing out, or maybe it was standing out too much. Either way, it was just growing too big for this space. So I'm trying to move things around, rework things, and try to get my space kind of looking how I want it to look. But yeah, everything really does look lush though. So this is the spot where the purple fountain grass was, and I just pulled it just now actually. And I just think it just opened up the space a little bit. I want to plant something else just smaller in this space. I also stained the fence, so that may be a little bit different from my last video. And then these are the Invincible Ruby. So it kind of lost the pinky color, but I think the blooms still look pretty good. They still look really good to me. So I'm almost just ready for a reset, just to start over and have everything just grow fresh again. But I'm still enjoying the summer for sure, but I just feel like I need everything to just, reset a little bit. And these are some Newport plum trees. And they're only a couple years old and they've grown so much. Look at this. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. So you can see that they are starting to put out their blooms. And in probably a couple weeks, it's going to be completely covered in blooms. So these are the bush clover. And so you see where the fence is? They're literally they're taller than me. It's literally almost taller than the fence. That is crazy. But they are gorgeous. And when it's covered in blooms, oh my gosh, such a wow factor. But look at that. Look at it from this angle. So gorgeous. And then we have some lace cap hydrangeas and some big leaf hydrangeas. I went ahead and planted some coral bells along the border. So yeah, I need to do a lot of work in this area here. You can see I have irrigation tubing everywhere. I'm trying to get it together. So I'm gonna pull out these what are they called, hostas, because this is supposed to be a mostly shaded area, but it's clearly maybe getting too much morning sun, afternoon, I don't know. So I may have to pull these out and find somewhere else to put it because it's just not doing as well. And I have 5 incredible hydrangeas. I planted this last fall. They're still really small. I do need to space them a little bit better, so that's something I'll probably do either later this fall or on the days when it's a little bit cooler. But they should hopefully next year start growing and giving me blooms and things like that. This is forest pansy redbud. You can see that it doesn't have a lot of purple. The leaves is more green than purple, and I think because this area gets a lot more shade. So I did move it away from the house a little bit. So maybe it'll be getting a little bit more shade and I'll get more of the purple color. But I'm gonna leave it here and kind of see how that does. We have a crepe myrtle that pretty much is done blooming at this point, but the color was really pretty. And it's a dwarf crepe myrtle tree, so I'm hoping that'll grow up a little bit taller in this space and look pretty good. So this is a Invincible Spirit 2. It's supposed to be reblooming, and you can see I have one pink bloom right here and another bloom here is trying to push through. So I'm glad that it's reblooming so you can have, different stages of bloom. But the spent blooms or the old blooms still gives a nice little, say greenish color to it. So it still looks pretty good. And the sun is kind of shining here, but these are the limelight hydrangea hedge that I have going on here. There's 5 of them. And the Walker's Low Catmint hedge here in the spring, early spring, early summer, it is the most gorgeous blooms ever. So Walker's Low Catmint, I have an Emperor 1 Japanese maple up here. So this is pretty much the backyard. So there's another area I wanted to show. The only thing though is that it needs a lot of work, but I'm gonna show it anyway. So this is the gorgeous Golden Falls Redbud. This is pretty new to the garden. I planted it this spring and it's filled out quite nicely. I just picked these up at Lowe's. They were on clearance. I got 3 of them. And they're called Cool Splash Dwarf Bush Honeysuckle. So that's the name on that. That's Spicy Devil 9 bark. I think that's a sea green juniper. It's a crabapple tree. This is a limelight prime hydrangea. So this is the area of my backyard that needs a lot of work. Right now it's just a lot of weeds and things like that, but I am slowly but surely getting this space together. So let me just go through it really quick. There are some nice things, but just still a lot of things that needs work. Like this beautiful Rose of Sharon. I think this is the Lavender Chiffon Rose of Sharon, something like that. Miss Molly Butterfly Bush. So when we go further down, this is the issue with this spot, is that when it rains, it just collects so much water. So most things in this spot just does not do well. The weed starts to come out, which you can see. There's a bunch of weeds there. I did come out and spray it like a week ago, and it looks like they're turning a little yellow. So maybe, they'll die off here shortly. So I'm trying to figure out a solution for this spot I'm trying to figure out if I should just like not plant anything here and maybe just put pavers and chairs and things like that just to have a sitting area, or if I should figure out what plants will do well in like a more, I guess, poorly drained area. I'm not sure. So you can see I have some pavers here. So I was thinking about maybe just extending the pavers out, but I'm still thinking about it. But up there does so much better. So we'll see. In the spring, I need to kind of get the edging down a little bit better. I have some green giant, emerald green giant there. no, not emerald green. Yeah, green giant. Yes, green giant. So I want to get a big hedge of it all the way down maybe. And then we're planning on putting a fence here, just like we did this spot. And then getting rid of this crappy fireplace. This is where I burn all the plants that doesn't do well or die or whatever. So, but I think I'm just gonna rework this whole backyard and get it together. So that is pretty much it. You can see I still have a lot of planting space, so I'm planning on extending a few more things and adding a few more things. So we'll see how things go. So yeah, this is my backyard. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.